Hey, what's going on, my Stormtroopers? My name is About to Play. Today I'm joined by Grizzly, G Money, Daniel Van 2005, and Fatboy 2003. Me and Grizzly are going to be the only ones talking, though. I've just decided from now on when I play online, I'm going to give a shout out to everybody that I play with for their help. But yeah, so today, me and Grizzly are going to be discussing DLC Pack 4, because with the release of DLC Pack 4, there's been a lot of love and there's been a lot of hate, because everyone's happy. We got all this stuff we've been requesting. We got Saiyan Tails, we got Super Saiyan 4, we got Sword of Hope, we got Merged Moxie, Blue Vegeta, we got new variants for Goku and Vegeta, and there's a lot of pros. We got lots of new variations, we got lots of new characters, we got crazy amounts of stuff added, and we're so happy because this has been an awesome DLC pack. But there's still a lot that needs to be done. Today we're going to be talking about the things that we personally feel like Bandai or dimps, we are aware that it's mostly dimps in this situation, has screwed up. Because on the official website, sorry for getting you off, I'm going somewhere with this. On the official Dragon Ball Xenoverse website, it said that they're done with the DLC packs. Like, they said DLC Pack 4 concludes the season pass, the first season pass, and that they will possibly be doing further expansion in the future. Which to me is basically them saying, hey, we're done with DLC, but there's going to be more updates, so keep playing. So we're just going to be listing the things that we feel like need to be fixed with this DLC pack and the previous DLC packs and the game itself. So, Grizzly, you want to start?
Yeah, the first thing that I have to get fixed ASAP is player growth. Like we saw that Super Saiyan Rage Trunks in that story mode and corrupted Zamasu.
That is true.
Characters.
We saw, yeah, that's a big thing that I'm mad about, is I'd forgive it if they just weren't in the game completely. Like if they just didn't have time and they were like, sorry, we couldn't put them in the game. But they were in the game.
But they had a whole month.
There. They had a whole month longer than they did for the third DLC pack. They had a whole month longer, I believe. And they still couldn't do it. They, for whatever reason, couldn't give us Corrupted Zamasu and Super Saiyan Rage Trunks. And I just am like I get that they're a business and that they have time limits on what they can and can't do, but like, bruh, how hard could it possibly be to give Trunks white eyes and blue aura? And how hard could it be to just give Zamasu a character slot?
Yeah, like a variant.
Like, yeah, or at least a variant. Like, bruh, like, it can't be that hard. Because, like, again, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad if it was, like, really hard to do. I'd understand if the programming was, like, impossible or extremely hard to do. But it can't be, because these modders literally came out with the Super Saiyan Rage Trunks and the freaking Corrupted Zamasu before the DLC pack itself came out. Which means that they completed the characters and released them for play before the company even released Blue Vegeta and Merged Zamasu. So it's like, it wouldn't be impossible, it wouldn't be hard to do, because these single-man programming teams do it almost instantly. I understand that they're doing it for money and that these guys are just doing it out of dedication, but I mean, like, come on.
Yeah, and like they're in the story mode, right? But like, why can't you just add them like as playable characters?
Yeah, and that's a big problem with Xenoverse 2 altogether.
Yeah,
even
like
from when it first came out, there's a lot of characters that aren't playable, even though they're in the game.
Like, if modders could do it, why can't the companies have better stuff and like actually own the game?
It's like the Grade 8s aren't playable even though they're in the game. Super Mira or Fused Mira or whatever you want to call him, he's playable but not in the game. There's lots of villainous mode variations of characters that could just very easily be variants that aren't in the game. There's a villainous mode transformation that's in the game's files but not in the game. There's a bunch of clothes outfits that are in the game but not in the game. There's more characters that aren't in the game, with this Super Saiyan Rage Trunks model being shown off by the modders, and the Corrupted Zamasu model, and being prominently displayed.
Zamasu's clothes is not in the game.
Yeah, and Merged Zamasu's clothes not in the game. Like,
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like merged.
yeah, because regular Zamasus are like Goku Blacks and Zamasus, and that's great. Don't get me wrong. I praise Dimps and Bandai for all that they've done, but they could do it better, you know? Like, they're getting one up by modders. And, alright, so we're moving on from the characters. Oh, well, actually, before we move on from the characters, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be saying what we're upset about and how we would fix it. So for me personally, what I do is I'd keep doing, like, game updates, and it would basically just be, like fixing the servers, like, updating the servers. But I'd also release more variants and more characters while I did this. So for me, I'd after a few updates, I'd size down the grade apes, but make them playable characters like they did in Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Make them smaller, but make them playable characters. I'd do that. I'd release... And then I'd do a boss pack where I'd take nerfed versions of Corrupted Zamasu and Fused Mira. Mira and Toa Fusion, Tira, whatever you want to call it. Don't know what it's called. Super Saiyan 5 Mira is what I've been calling it, honestly. I take those two, narf them.
It looks like Super Saiyan 4, but the
Yeah. I'd narf them to make them as strong as regular characters and put them in the game. So I could literally just take them, but take away their super armor and give them normal health, like green health, and put them in the game. That's all that's needed to be done. And obviously take away Mira's like really overpowered like ball attack, whatever it's called, and his like scissor attack, and just replace them with normal Mira's attacks like Darkness Twin Star and Gallic Gun and Majin Tenene, something like that. And as for ultimates, give Merge Zamasu the same ultimate that he had, because he's in the anime, in the show, he still had Divine Purification in his purple form. Didn't he? When he had the purple arm? Didn't he, Grizzly?
Yeah. And like add more transformations too, like you playable characters.
Yeah.
Character itself. Like maybe add like Super Saiyan Blue,
Yeah. What makes me mad though, what makes me like uber pissed is Villainous Mode and Super Saiyan Rage are both transformations that are in the game's files that have never seen the light of day. They just, for whatever reason, aren't in the game. And for me, I just release that. I just be like, oh, okay, well, nerf it a little bit, so it's overpowered in the parallel quest for the characters, but not overpowered for the custom characters. Like, how hard can it be? And again, they can't say that it's because of programming or budget cuts, because these modders are doing this crazy easy for totally free. So, like, I would have to ask them as a company, what's their excuse? You know? Like,
yeah.
Grizzly, how would you fix that?
I would just like,
You've got to
give
be
what
kidding me.
what the
How
fans
can you be
want.
this
Like, I know
good?
the like heroes and crap. I just, they don't want to. I guess.
I can understand why they kind of don't add everything that Dragon Ball Heroes adds, and why we don't have more what-if scenarios is because, from a business standpoint, Dragon Ball Z Raging Blast had a lot of what-ifs, and it didn't do very well. However, on the other hand, Budokai Tenkaichi 3 did do very well, but why they haven't made Budokai Tenkaichi 4 is because licensing. It was made by a different company. The game itself was made by a different programming company. Ergo, they can't just steal the characters and make another one under the same name. So obviously they've got to get the rights to certain characters, like Timebreaker Bardock, Super Saiyan 4 Broly. While they are just Dragon Ball Z what-ifs, those specific versions of those characters and the attacks that they make to go with those characters, are owned by that company. So it is to an extent understandable why there aren't characters like that, but understand that's not what I'm complaining about. I'm complaining about the fact that these characters are fully in the game and not playable.
Unplayable.
Yeah.
And like they gotta add like Vegeta's variant, like in the story mode, like his like whole armor is like ripped, like broken and all that. Like,
That's another thing, is there's a ton of variants that are in the story but not in the game. Like Super Saiyan 2 Goku with the Wii Ski, and Super Saiyan Vegeta in his Wii Ski. Or was he Super Saiyan 2? I can't remember. But one of those. He was in his Wii Ski, and he could transform. And then Vegeta had his ripped up armor. And then you had Zamasu. with his purple arm. And Vegito, who could transform into Super Saiyan Blue from his base form. So it's like, I understand that it's simple adjustments, but what makes me mad is they're in the game. That these computer characters are just getting access to fully playable characters, and we're not.
Maybe I would do what they did in Budokai Tenkaichi. You know, after you got hit by ultimate attack, your like clothes would get all ripped and crap.
Yeah, that would be cool to have. And they do kind of do that in this game because
like if you're
once
Goku,
you get to,
like, maybe your shirt will all come off after that ultimate attack of this thing.
Like, and that was a big thing in Raging Blast too. Is your clothes got ripped up after a certain point of getting hit so many times. And I always thought that was really cool. I mean, that was always a really awesome thing. That was always what made Raging Blast, Dragon Ball Z Raging Blast 2 so much fun. Is it felt so realistic. It was like if you got hit with a supernova, your shirt was coming off. Like it was. Boy, I don't know. I can't rip your clothes off with a death beam. But if you let me charge up my ultimate, you're screwed. Like it felt real.
And another thing, they should have like more characters like on the game. Like Budokai Tenkaichi had like almost some characters like that I didn't even know about.
Definitely. But this game by far has the most variations of any Dragon Ball Z game for characters. So, you know, I can let that part slide. Next thing we're gonna be talking about is Saiyan Tails. The tails, Grizzly. The tails. They don't move. They're so stiff. It's like they gave all these Saiyans Viagra. Like why?
Yeah, like bugs me.
They don't move, man. And again, they can't say it's because of the budget or because the programmers are not having enough time because they had all the time in the world.
Like,
and the modders like, did it so quick. Like,
yeah.
Seriously. Look at Super Saiyan 4 Goku right here. Look at him. His tail's moving. His tail's moving. Super Saiyan 4 Goku costume. It's not moving. It's the exact same, literally, exact same thing, not moving. How hard would it be to just copy paste that animation? Yo, like, how hard could it be? Don't get me wrong, it still looks awesome. Like, it still looks really cool.
Like, if they could do, like, the little animation your character does, like the Beagle dance and all that.
Yeah.
But they can't do, like, a simple animation that replaces itself with a tail.
Yeah, like, that would... I mean, my thing is, I could understand if no custom character had tail animation, but the Frieza character, like the Frieza characters do, the Frieza race characters, their tails have full animation. So how hard would it be to copy-paste that animation onto the Saiyans? So when they're fighting. Like, I don't care if while we're in Canton City the tail's stiff and doesn't move, but I feel like at least it should when we're in battle. You know? And it's another thing that these modders have gotten to work for totally free that these full-length professional programmers haven't figured out. And it blows my mind that in between XENOVERSE 1 and XENOVERSE 2, they didn't hire any of these modders. They didn't ask any of these modders how they did it. They just kept going. It baffles me. It baffles me. Grizzly, what do you think? Grizzly, what do you think of the saying that? Like, how would you fix it?
Like, just add a simple animation.
I just copy paste that Frieza race tail.
Oh!
I just copy paste that Frieza race tail and done. Now another thing that bugs a lot of people is the glitches with all the accessories in the game.
Yeah.
It's really good. Like, okay, so if you go Super Saiyan 3 with the Majin Mark, it disappears. It's there for Super Saiyan 1 and 2, but when you go Super Saiyan 3, it's gone. But then when you go back into your base form, it's there again. And that's terrible, because I know a lot of my friends who were hyped about having the Majin Mark, they wanted to make Super Saiyan 3 Majin Mark, and now they can't do that. I can't have that, because it disappeared. And on top of that, you know, the Super Saiyan 4 Goku wig. If you go Super Saiyan 3, your tail disappears. A lot of people wanted it to stay there so they could go, it would look like they were going Super Saiyan 5. the Ozaru, the Great Ape costume. When you transform into Super Saiyan, you don't turn into a golden Great Ape. You're still just a regular Super Saiyan. People are upset about that. When you go Super Saiyan with the Goku wig, it doesn't go Super Saiyan. When you go Super Saiyan with any wig in the game, it doesn't go Super Saiyan. It's ridiculous. Like, for me personally, how I'd fix that is I'd have the Goku Super Saiyan wig, the Goku Super Saiyan blue wig, and then the Goku false Super Saiyan wig.
This is for
And the false Super Saiyan wig would be like, okay, Goku, when your character
Like the one we have.
when you're, yeah, like the one we have. When the character goes Super Saiyan, it just has the false Super Saiyan hair, it whites the eyes, and it doesn't matter if you go Super Saiyan 1, 2, or 3. The only thing that changes is the aura. The hair is false Super Saiyan, the eyes are black, whited out, and I just feel like that would make sense, because they've got Lord Slug in the game, you know? And it's like, if Lord Slug's here, you might as well have false Super Saiyan. Now, another thing is, then you'd have the Super Saiyan Goku hair, which, you know, starts out as base form Goku hair, and then you transform it Super Saiyan Goku hair, then it's Super Saiyan 2 Goku hair, and then Super Saiyan 2 wig. I feel like that would be really easy to do, or at least just give us the Goku hair. And then the Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta wigs should be, okay, when you go Super Saiyan, or in your base form still Goku or Vegeta hair. Then when you go Super Saiyan, it's Super Saiyan Vegeta, Super Saiyan Goku hair. And then when you go Super Saiyan 2 and 3, it should be Super Saiyan Blue. It should be Super Saiyan Blue Goku hair, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta hair. That would be the easiest way to fix the wig. Yeah, we're recording it.
I think that covers it all.
Feel free to stay if you like. Anyway, I mean, feel free to stay if you like. Anyway, but I just, you know, feel like that would be the easy way to fix that, you know? Like, Grizzly, what do you think? How hard could it be?
Huh?
How hard could it be to fix the wig? And I can change color. Like, what do you think?
Not that much. It's modern.
Also, like Super Saiyan hair. It needs to be spiked up. Like, it needs to spike up. A lot of characters, it stays exactly the same. For every character in the game, it stays almost exactly the same, except for like Goku. And Trunks. They're the only ones that Super Saiyan hair changes. Goku and Trunks. And maybe Goten. I can't remember Goten's face. I'm pretty sure Goten. Like, for real.
Oh god, keep on playing.
So yeah, is that your dog?
Yeah.
That's adorable. You gotta cut him off. The little puppy can't be best in your YouTube video. You're erupting with disgust. Sounds adorable though. But yeah, man, like, how would you go about fixing these wigs, bro? What would you do?
I can't really hear you. This game's too loud.
Turn it down, man.
Hold on, one more thing. Alright, there we go. Ask me.
Alright, so Grizzly, how would you fix the wigs? How would you make them, you know, like, what would you do?
How you said false on the real.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And then for the Saiyan hair, would you make it spike up?
Yeah.
And finally, just like, bottom line, when we make a new character, we shouldn't have to start over. Like, we should keep all of the characters we unlocked. I could understand starting over the story. I'm fine with starting over the story. But we shouldn't have to re-unlock every single character in the game. Like, that's ridiculous. You agree with me on that, right, Grizzly?
Yeah.
That's, like, just unbelievable.
Woo! I have 394 TP medals now.
Awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna wrap this up with me giving this message to Bandai, to Dimps. Guys, and forward this, tweet this at Bandai and Dimps, and send this to them, and share this video with them, and get this video going. Not because I want views, but because I want this stuff to change. I am an active person in this Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 community, and this stuff needs to be fixed. It needs to be better. You know, we paid money for this. I bought the DLC for Super Saiyan Rage Trunks, which they said was in the game, and that was false advertising. It wasn't in the game. I paid for it, and it didn't get it. Like, Grizzly, how do you feel about that, man?
Same as you.
They said you'd get Rage Trunks, and then we didn't get it. They stated specifically. Like, just blows my mind. Like, now, Dimps, Bandai, this isn't a hate message to you guys. I love you guys. You guys are by far one of my favorite companies, and I love you guys. But look into my beautiful Super Saiyan eyes. You see this sword of hope? This sword of hope is hope that I have for you. Hope that I have for you guys. And what I hope right now is I hope that there's some way that you guys hear this message and you guys please fix this stuff. Size down the grade 8, nerf the characters, make them playable. Let me play as Corrupted Zamasu, Baby Vegeta, all these cool grade 8s and regular characters that are in the game that we can't play as. Give us these variants that are only in parallel classes, they're only in the story mode so we can play as them. Give us Spiky Super Saiyan, give us Tales with animations, just give us this basic stuff. And if you do make more paid DLC, I'm fine with that. Just don't make it this simple stuff that should be bug fixes to begin with. Don't make us pay money, hard-earned cash that a lot of the kids that play your games aren't going to be able to get for these updates that should be basic bug fixes, you know? And if you give us DLC Pack 5 as Tournament of Power characters, Super Saiyan Blood Goku, Jiren, Tails, Khalifa, whatever you want to do with that, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Even if you want to do like what if DLC packs with like fusions from Dragon Ball Fusion and characters from Dragon Ball Heroes, I'd still pay for that. I'd buy it. But don't make us pay to have grade 8. Don't make us pay to have characters that are already in the game, because that's why everyone got mad at Battle of Z. If you guys remember Battle of Z. Yeah, that Dragon Ball Z game was just a terrible arcade game. The reason everyone got mad about it is because we had to pay for on-disc DLC. The characters were already in the game and we had to pay for them anyway. And that's what you guys are doing with this. If you guys make us pay for grade 8s and for Super Saiyan Rage Trunks, you're doing that. And we all know how Battle of Z ends. So please don't be Battle of Z. Don't make this Ultimate Xenoverse, man. Don't make this Ultimate Tenkaichi. We love your game, and we expect more out of you guys. We expect more out of you as a company. We expect you to be able to keep up with the companies that make One Piece Binding Blood and Naruto Ninja Storm and the Bleach games and all these cool anime video games. And whenever it's a One Punch Man game that comes out, I want to be able to look at my friends and be like, nah, that One Punch Man game ain't nothing. This Xenoverse series is still the best anime series.
Your time with Gohan is really
So please, guys, fix this stuff. I'm begging you. Grizzly, is there anything you'd like to add?
No.
Because there's... Alright, sweet. Well, I mean, yeah, just bottom line.
You covered it up.
Bottom line, grade 8s need to be playable. Merge Zamasu, Corrupted needs to be playable. Super Saiyan 5 Mirror needs to be playable. Super Saiyan Rage Trunks needs to be playable. Spiky Super Saiyan hair needs to be a thing. Your hair needs to spike up. Wigs need to be fixed with proper animations. Tails need to be fixed with proper animations. And all the costumes and variants that are in the game, and the transformations that are also in the game, that haven't been shown off. Like Villainous Mode is a transformation that's in the game, and Super Saiyan Rage is a transformation that's in the game. They need to be in the game, because the modders have come out with them almost instantly when we've asked for them. And... you guys just need it. You guys need to do this for us, please. It's stuff that's in the game that we just want to be able to play as without having to mod it, because a lot of us don't have access to mods and PC. So please, guys, give us this. So anyway, my name is Chewbacca Plays. I'd like to thank Grizzly for joining me, and guys, please, again, forward this to Bandai, tweet at Bandai, Facebook Bandai, and Dimps, and send them this. It's a message from the old Baka Alex and his buddy Grizzly. And is that it, Grizzly? Are we done for the day?
Yeah.
Well, thank you all so much for watching. My name is Chewbacca Plays. He's Grizzly. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you in the next video. Ideas, my Stormtroopers, and peace.